Hi, my name is Will Villota, and I'm with the Bonneville Environmental Foundation. I'm a brand manager, and Bonneville Environmental Foundation, or BEF, is a nonprofit that's been around for about 12 years. And what we do is we invest in renewable energy projects like wind farms and solar arrays, and carbon offset projects like biodigesters, and we package those as renewable energy certificates and carbon offsets. And that's just a fancy way of saying that a business or a household can purchase these to offset or to green the electricity that they use, or offset the emissions that they produce from their travel or from other activities in life. And my role as a brand manager is to help the team at BEF market these renewable energy certificates and carbon offsets mostly to businesses. So I have a background in marketing, spent about 7 years at Adidas and Yahoo and a couple of startups. So I have a background in both kind of business to consumer and business to business marketing. And my role is to help the sales team kind of understand the benefits of our product and how our potential customers perceive our product and the benefits, and kind of help them create marketing materials like brochures and websites and other pieces of collateral to make our potential customers aware of the benefits of these products and hopefully inspire them to take action and offset their carbon emissions with us to take responsibility for their climate impact. So how did I get involved in sustainability? Well, after about 15 years of working in marketing, mostly for those big companies I mentioned, I really felt like I was spending so much time working, I felt like I wanted to do work that had more social value to it. I just felt like I was investing a lot of myself and my energy and my time with companies that didn't really contribute to society. And for a while I thought about going back to school, which was an option, an expensive one for me at my age, and a time-consuming one. But I thought about marketing might not be the best or easiest way to get into sustainability, so I thought about maybe going back and getting an MBA in sustainability at like the Bainbridge Graduate Institute, or a certificate from PSU perhaps. Or I thought also about maybe environmental science and going all the way back and doing something completely different. But what I realized, and the advice that I got from some people, was that I had a skill, marketing, hopefully that's a skill, and that could be a skill that could be very valuable to sustainable businesses, because quite often people haven't done a good job of marketing sustainable products and services. And that's a real big marketing challenge, because quite often these are products or services that might cost a little bit more, or people might not be aware of. And so it's actually the perfect marketing challenge, where we really have to understand how to inspire people to either invest a little bit more money to pay for these premium products and services that are more ecologically responsible, or to invest more time of themselves in at least learning about these different options, and then deciding or taking responsibility to choose a product or service that's more sustainable. So it actually that made a lot of sense to me, and I started kind of marketing myself as a marketer who could help a sustainable business. So I took this skill that I already had, and I tried to find sustainable businesses that might benefit from it. And I did some projects, some freelance work with Sequential Biofuels was one company I did about a 3-month project with. I helped a local sustainable apparel company called Now with a project. And in the midst of all that, I did a whole lot of networking. I met basically with anyone who would spend 10, 15 minutes talking to me over coffee. And just met a whole lot of people, and one thing led to another. And one day I got a call for a project at BEF, and it wasn't a lead that I had right away. It actually was someone that I had spoken to months earlier, and that just goes to show that you might talk to someone and nothing may come of it for a few months, but just your name's out there. You got to keep reminding people that you're there, and sooner or later, if you stay top of mind, your name will bubble up when a project comes up, and maybe you'll get that call. So I got a freelance marketing project with BEF to help them with a new project that they had called Water Restoration Certificates, and they needed a kind of a contract marketing manager, and so I came in and filled that role for a few months. They realized that they needed a full-time person to handle that, as well as their renewable energy and carbon offset products. And fortunately, because I had done a good job on the freelance project, I was able to interview for that job and eventually was hired. Now, the advice that I'd give you is to be persistent. Like I said, you need to just meet a lot of people, have a very clearly articulated reason why you want to get into sustainability, and also, be prepared to make the trade-offs that exist in choosing to work for sustainable business. You'll probably work a lot harder for a lot less money than you might in the private sector, but hopefully that's a trade-off that you're willing to make. It certainly was one that I was, where I felt like working for big companies might pay better, but at the end of the day, it just left me feeling unfulfilled. So I would say, hopefully thrive on passion, be persistent, and just keep in mind that, each of us who make this choice are actually making a big difference in not only business, but hopefully in society and the environment overall.